Hello, hello, hello to everyone watching the stream. Thanks for the 3 viewers online. We're starting podcasting now, 2013. The match is starting at 9 o'clock. Quickly just waiting for Mr. Sudden Death to finish his game in COD. Then we'll be going straight over to discussing the maps they are playing tonight. And from there, yeah, we'll see how the night goes. This being the match between LLG and BOB, their final, last game of the season. This game is also make or break for them. This game will be the deciding factor if they stay in Division 2 or go down to Division 3. So yeah, let's see what happens. I hope my voice is clear. I hope you guys can hear me nicely. So yeah, I do have a screen share on as well. Mr. Sudden Death, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
100% lacquer. So,
Everything good there?
yeah, well, I don't know. I'll quickly check on the stream if the voice is coming through nicely of you as well. You just have a look quickly.
Yeah, let's hope it works very nicely.
It should work.
Um,
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll quickly check on the stream if the voice is coming through nicely of you. Yeah, no, it sounds like it's fine, huh? To be quite
okay,
honest.
great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mr. Sudden Death, how are you? How have you been?
Uh, been doing well. We're hoping to get through to the USA soon. But KB South Africa is going through a lot of turmoil at the moment. So,
When are you leaving?
well, I'm still waiting on my interview. But anything from October to January.
Lekker. Sounds fun. What are you going to do that side?
I work in the country club, so hopefully anything from serving in the restaurant to what, managing.
Lekker.
But it's like a 6 month at a time. So we work in Florida,
Yeah.
New York, back in Florida, back in New York, up and down the whole time. It's
Lekker.
actually pretty
Tonight it's LLG versus BOB. I think you've seen one or two of LLG's games, if I don't know if it's wrong.
I have seen one of them, yes.
So yeah, I'm quickly gonna just add a screen capture there, and then I'm quickly gonna run through the matches. So the three the three maps we're playing tonight is Crash, Avalon Peak, and then St. Petrosgard.
Oh, very tough games. Very, very tough games. Those three are very strong map. You got multiple angles. It's crazy.
Yeah. In my personal opinion, I think the most important map that's going to play a factor here will most probably be Avalon Peak. In my personal
Yes,
opinion, big map. Not really. If you don't get that first spawn swap that you can move to the back where the second hard point is, then I don't know. It's difficult then to basically capture, have a successful game. I don't know if you can see the screen, the stream now, but I have the map of Avalon Peak on there, and for the viewers that is online, if you look at them,
I am.
it will be a little bit delayed.
Now. Yeah.
But yeah, that first hard point in the courtyard, I think, is quite important. But then that second hard point equally important if you're spawning.
Yeah. If you have to look at playing hardpoint on this map, it's a very tough map, as you say.
I think, I think for this map for me, I think controlling point number 3. If you guys can see my cursor there, point number 3 is quite important, seeing that it's that whole cemetery area where the church and basically that last hard point is just at the back of that. So yeah, I think point 3, point 4 is quite important to control, and then from there I think it's just important to move on 20 to 25 seconds and taking it from there.
Yeah, definitely. let me just quickly pop you onto Facebook on my laptop,
Let's see
so
now.
I can see the same thing you are seeing.
No problem.
Because currently I'm trying to do it through my phone. That's not working that well.
No problem, no problem. We go over to St. Petros Garden, you can see that map maybe.
Yeah, I'm going through now. But Arklov Peak has always been like a very tough match, even with like SMB, etc. One of the toughest maps I would say in the whole game.
Yeah, the biggest thing is if you don't get the spawns right, you have to move quite a lot. You have to run quite far.
Yeah, and you can be trapped.
Yeah,
you can be trapped very
spawn trapped very easily. I don't think you can see the map of St. Petros Guard there.
Yeah, I do see that. Yes, I am currently here.
So the other map of tonight would be then St. Petros Guard. St. Petros Guard also being a very interesting map for me. I don't appreciate the map, to be quite honest. But I think the first and the second hard point, again, the same as Avalon Peak, I think is the two most important hard points to capture, to be quite honest.
Whoever spawns on hardpoint 2 is going to be key for this. Trying to rotate for position and is very difficult to spawn on hardpoint 3. But it's key to take that first hardpoint to make sure you have a nice stand.
And what should we call it? And the third hardpoint being all on the other side of the map. It's a very difficult decision either to push for that P2 spawn, or rather wait and just keep them busy and rather take the hazmat P3 spawn or P3 hardpoint. It's a difficult decision.
I would personally drop hardpoint 3 and kind of keep control of the bar.
Yes.
Because they can kind of force them to try and get out of the third spawn and kind of push to get to the first.
Yes.
Because you can easily jump from 4 to 5.
Yes, you can very easily. For me, the nice thing that there's a very nice triangle from 1 to 5 to 4. Basically, that if you can capture 2 and you have those four hard points, you don't really have to worry about 3 necessarily. If you're going to lose it on that, no.
Yeah, if you just keep half of the map to you, then
you sort them.
dominate.
And then the last match they are playing tonight would be Crash. I'll bring Crash up here quickly. Crash being an interesting map for me as well. Hardpoint in general interesting this season, how the guys are playing and what they are doing. But again, you have the first hardpoint slap bang in the middle, and then number 2 usually there where Legion spawn. You at hardpoint number 2. So I think it's also again the triangle effect that you can see that between 1, 2 and 4. So I think if you have control over the chopper, the hotel, and basically your barbershop, you have 3 of the 5 hardpoints that you can easily keep and maintain control over.
Yeah, hardpoint 5 is the most difficult, especially if you are spawning on the other side of the map.
No.
With controlling that, it's going to be very easy. So I would just give it away. However, if you are running behind them, you've got to keep spawns on 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
That's key.
Not just that, but I think also between 4 and 5 spawning so close to each other, I think it's also an easy way of gaining control if you were behind on anything, on points.
Yeah, the alleyway has always been one of my F8s, because you've got that sniper and you've got that Overwatch.
Yes.
That can actually maintain that control for you.
The nice thing is,
spawning at the back.
The nice thing is with that sniper spot as well, is you can control hardpoint number 1 actually and give quite cover over point 2 and 4.
Also, you have that alley Overwatch, which can easily come into assist on hardpoint 1 cap.
Yeah.
But if you had to have a hotel as an Overwatch, you have a line of sight through all the way 1, 2, and 4.
Yes.
Well, not completely, but I mean, you have that whole half map.
That Yeah, and it's quite easy then to, if you're there, when your team is behind, to capture to capture point two as well.
Yeah. It's a bit
Um,
tight spaces, 2 and
yeah.
3, but it's gonna be fun. I'm sure they're gonna
Um,
enjoy it.
I think the most important thing. Oh, I have a playlist update available. Luckily, that's done. I think the most important thing for me regarding LLG and BOB is going to be the grouping, not to group up too much, especially at Crash, and then to spread out on Avalon Peak and on St. Petros Gard to control their 3 lanes basically to have in every match.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to keep like 3 people available for the
Hmm.
rotation as well. You don't wanna all be bunched up in the same hard point because
No,
that,
no, very
that
true.
causes problems, especially with the spawn delay.
Yeah, yeah, the spawn delay is also an issue. What I've realized about the spawn delay is as you move to the hard point or move back next to another hard point, you need to pick off a few guys for a simple reason. You then basically do have that upper hand of the spawn delay, keeping them out for a while, where you can gain some very important points.
Yeah, that's what you need. Points is all you need.
No, very true. For me personally, I think the key to success for LLG is going to be to make sure that they, like in previous games, don't group up too much, spread out nicely, keep their spawns and flip the spawns when they need. And I think, yeah, from BOB side, not knowing BOB that well, but I think they're going to be very aggressive, push very hard on the point. And I know Azir's Caves was a very good map over there, so I think the likes of Crash, they will try to dominate.
Well, let's wait and see what they have to offer because I mean, it could be anything from good to bad. Um, I have not seen both clans play
Yeah.
physically, but as you say, I mean, it all comes down to the end match.
100%. Guys, so that wraps up the map discussion for tonight. While we wait for them to invite us to the lobby, we're quickly going to play a blueprint gunfight to give the 3 guys that's online a bit of a interesting gameplay, and then also this also serves as a purpose to let us know how's the sound. Can you hear both of us clear? How is the sound in game? Is there an issue? Let us know so I can fix a few settings. So yeah, let us know also what you want to see, who you want us to go into, and then also what do you think of our commentary. Ask us questions in the comment sections. The comments are open on my side. I can pose a question to Sudden Death and to myself, and then after the map, hopefully after the games, we hopefully can have the 2 captains in for a quick discussion and see how it goes. Hardpoint being best out of 3, best out of 3 not meaning 2-1 or uh, basically a draw. Works on points. Sudden Death, how do you think? I always ask this question in every stream that I do. How do you think ping and the host, or who's the host, affects your gameplay?
Look, if everybody roughly has the same thing, I mean, obviously everybody's going to complain about that. It's
Yeah,
a natural situation, but you know, a host always has advantage. That's always
yeah.
been the thing. But if you have a strong team that backs you, hey, you can't complain about that.
Very true. Based on hardpoint being hardpoint, how effective do you think is the use of smoke and thermals in playing hardpoint?
With hardpoint, I don't think it really is that big of an issue with smoke and stuff. But yeah, you can use it to kind of flank the opposition and make sure that they are unaware of your situation.
Yeah.
Um,
I
so it all
personally,
depends on.
I personally don't like smoke for the simple reason that it obstructs everything. To be quite honest, it doesn't.
That's that's what it's all there for.
I know, but it obstructs everything. Even if it is your team popping the smoke, if everyone doesn't have thermals, you're running around like headless chickens, trying to find
True.
out what's going
Yeah,
on.
but is I'm not sure. Is thermals allowed?
Yeah, thermals is allowed.
Okay. Well then, yeah, we can definitely carry on smoke.
I think with domination it helps a bit more. to be quite honest. But I don't know hard point there. Well, I must say on hacking, yeah, search and destroy and smoke helps a lot as well.
But I'm sure that you can, like I said, with moving positions and making the enemy feel like they are there but not there.
No. Yeah, I don't know. Look, the guns we are playing now in gunfight, I hate this gun, to be quite honest. There's 3-shot burst shots, I can't play with it. It just absolutely irritates me, to be quite honest.
I had him there.
No, you didn't.
It's a bit of a difficult situation that you're dealing with, like you said before. They're gonna have to do whatever they need to do. Gotta hit them up down there.
Sharp. I'm chilling here. I got him there. Well done.
Seeing as I'll be in the States, I think they will have to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely tell them to put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all for the name of the fun anyway.
I'm gonna join the game quickly. I'm gonna join with, okay, let's just finish here. It's the game decided. If we win here, then lekker. If not, then I'll just go join the game. Then I'll just invite you, Mr. Sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just drop me an invite.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out of this game. Just waiting for them to allow me to leave this game actually. Just leave this game, yes. Yes, there we go. I'm quickly gonna join on them. Sorry man for pulling us out of that game.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna send you an invite now,
Sure.
Just gonna go to podcast very quickly. Where is Godcaster? Where is Mr. Sudden there? There's Mr. Sudden there. There we go. Options, audio.
On my way.
Great stuff. I just want to tell them, God, I don't know what they want to do now. I think they maybe possibly want to just play a match quickly, but I believe it will be fine. So yeah, we're in with team LLG. Quickly played a bit of a gunfight. They got invited into the pre-match lobby. Just waiting for BOB to join us and for them to activate Codcaster. Seeing that Codcaster is not activated yet, it's just a custom lobby. But yeah, with the sudden death, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think Smoke will play a role. Last time BOB did play with a lot of Smoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is. I wonder how it will affect, because I don't know many people that actually play with.
Smoke is. Yeah. The thing is, you need one guy with a thermal, especially on Crash. I mean, on Crash you can from that vantage point with the thermal, you can clear that hard point before they get in quite easily, except if they now hide behind the chopper. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit easier, especially the alleyway as well.
Also very sneaky.
Very sneaky, especially there on the alleyway. If they mount there by the center block, it's quite nice having a guy with a thermal that you can pop smoke and lie down in the hard point. So yeah. Looks like the first match they will be playing will be Crash. So it'll be quite interesting. I don't know where they're going to throw us in, if they do run this map as a practice maybe. But yeah, then we'll see. But yeah. Mr. Sudden Death, I'm going to send you a It's Reaper Gaming Limited podcasting invite. Can you switch to that gamer tag for now if you don't mind, as Regiment, and it's just what I use when I podcast, if you don't mind. But yeah, you guys as Luca clan must, yeah, I can remember when you played against us as PWPK, you guys are quite well, you guys did quite well.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun.
A lot of fun. I'm just waiting for them to quickly let us know what they're gonna do.
See, we've got what, about 4 key players.
Yeah,
Um, two people basically get the kills, and
yeah,
2 people do the objective, and then obviously a rotator,
yeah.
and so you have to have that variety just to keep your team going.
I think that's going to be very important in these 3 maps as well. I think if there's one runaway map on either team's side, I think it's going to be quite difficult to catch up. Seeing the maps as they are, and I think it's not the easiest maps to play hardpoint on, to be quite honest. Um,
No,
but
I
yeah, I
agree
think
with
it
you on
is.
that.
I think,
But
yeah.
quick question: which teams chose which maps?
I think LLG chose Crash, and I think I think I could be completely wrong. Or no, I think BOB chose Crash, and I think LLG chose St. Petrosgard, if I don't have it wrong. Not completely
Okay.
sure, but
Right. So
quickly
the
gonna
Outlaw Peak is like an odd one out. Okay.
basically yes. I'm quickly gonna invite you just into this thing again because I know it's 3 out now. Okay, maybe where? Oh, Mr. Silent Death, yeah. Am I still online by your side?
Yeah. Just go
There
to
we go.
regiments and
Invite you on. There we go, yeah. Let's go there to Codcaster. Did you receive the invite?
yeah, I'm on my way. There we go.
Lekker. Yeah, so Mr. Sudden Death, podcasting with me today. Twaki, I think, is probably being the host. I don't know if Twaki wants to join us. I highly doubt he's probably going to join us on Discord, but 2 podcasters I think is enough. More than welcome to join us, Twaki. If you want Discord invite, just let me know. I think they're going to run a ping test, but probably on Hackney Yard, just to see how the ping is. A ping test is very interesting.
It's always good to check.
Yeah, very true, very
Always
true.
good to check first.
Well, yeah, I think 2 very good teams going against each other. LLG had a bit of ups and downs, I think, in the last 2 or 3 matches. I've got casted for them. Interested to see how they're going to bounce back in this game, or how BOB is going to tell them.
Well, is it their first game, BOB?
No. It's the second game against BOB. Basically, this is a finale for LLG in terms of whoever loses this game will be moving down to Division 3 out of Division 2, and the top of Division 3, if I have it correct, will then move up to Division 2.
Oh well, okay, that's a big step for them then.
Yeah, so it's quite a well. BOB and LLG being in Division 2, if either of them lose, they will move down to Division 3, if I have it correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone on the chat, and then yeah. But yeah, I think next year, look with a new Cold War Cold War Black Ops coming out. I think there's going to be a lot of changes maybe. The guns, I mean, bringing in the Fennec.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I feel it's got a bit more of like a Black Ops 2 vibe.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure because I saw that in a trailer. I saw the RC car coming back.
Yes.
So, a lot of the old weapons are making a name for themselves again. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens in Cold War.
Apparently there's gonna be shared privileges between the 2, so it doesn't matter really which one you play. Your progress on the battle pass will carry over, if you understand what I'm saying. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if they're not going to scrap Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Not scrap it, but I mean, I wonder if they're not. Move over.
Change this one.
Yes.
Still incorporate the same kind of feel.
Because I know all your.
Warzone.
I think because I know all your weapon skins and everything is moving over to Black Ops as well. If you buy the Chandra Schwarze, welcome. Wayne Jr. Zander, welcome. 37 viewers online, welcome to all of you. I think they're quickly going to run a ping test, and we're going to take it from there. But yeah, welcome to the guys in the comments, appreciate. So yeah, I think I hopefully they will move over like in the whole game. I would prefer that, so you don't have two games you have to play the whole time or do whatever. And I like
it helps you as well in the future, because it kind
Yeah.
of minimizes that whole like that how do you say boring gameplay where you just constantly grafting hard
Yes.
just to get somewhere.
I think it's going to be very interesting at the end of the day. But yeah, look, I wasn't there for the reveal. I think I will join the reveal. I think there's a few time slots open for the reveal to get the blueprint and whatnot, and I will. But I think they're going to move Warzone most probably over to Black Ops and to Modern Warfare. But yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting seeing how that plays out. But back to the game at hand, they're going to run a ping test on Hackney Yard, which is the ping is. If you guys can see at the top there, it shows frames per second, latency, temperature, and then packet loss. Sometimes it does show the ping of the server. But yeah, Hackney Yard, also interesting map if you play Hardpoint there.
It's a lovely map, lovely map. I think it's one of the Call of Duty's most prized maps at the moment.
You think so, Hackney Yard?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's most of the COD League gets played on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got three points of entry.
I must change this. Oh, Jesus, guys, my apologies. I just have to change the descriptions of the teams at the top is BOB, not the Afterline Gaming. My apologies. Yeah, latency running at 43 milliseconds. Not too bad for a custom lobby. So yeah.
Just turn my volume down.
Quickly check an aerial view here. Thing looking fine. Controls looking fine. This is just a ping test quickly, and then after that I think we'll go into a normal game. I'm going to do a bit of an aerial view, like I always tell you guys, and then we take it from there. I just want to change the wording of the teams that's playing against. Codcast automatically saves it. Jaden Quirson, let's go LLG. Let's see how it goes. Being running steady at 47. But yeah, Hackney Yard, I think the first hardpoint also is the most important one for me. And the second one. You have to push through the first one. Yeah. Push through first and second to get,
especially if you coalition. Coalition is very difficult to push through.
Yeah.
And get around. But if you can get around, then you can control that second hardpoint.
No.
Well away. You can get at least like 50 points in the first two sections.
Well, the two teams just playing around, seeing how things are running. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the deciding map is going to be most probably Avalon Peak for me. The Avalon Peak is going to be very interesting to see how that plays off.
Yeah, that's like I said, it's a very tough game.
I think
that map is crazy.
I think I've not won a match on Avalon Peak in headquarters due to the fact that it spawns so far away from each other. I think I haven't won a map in headquarters on that map. It's just terrible.
In hardpoint.
No, headquarters on Avalon Peak. I'm just talking about the map in general. I don't like the map. I love playing Search and Destroy on that map. Yeah, I think Search and Destroy can be nice. It's nice and open. You can actually have fun on it, to be quite honest. So yeah, guys, just quickly, my apologies again. The Afterline Gaming was the previous match they played. I did not know that Codcaster does save the naming of the two teams. So I'll just change this after this ping test, and we'll see how it is. Doing a very lengthy ping test, yeah?
What are they playing?
There we go. No, they're just playing Hardpoint, but yeah, I think that's done. So I'll get time at least to change my wording there. Had a bit of a mistake there.
I don't see much lag there.
No, there's no lag. I see that this lag is actually quite nice. I think the last game we played, they played on a 80 to 90 millisecond spring. So
yeah, I'm currently doing 200. That's terrible.
yeah, that's really terrible. I just quickly want to change this team identity. I have to change this just quickly to BOB. Okay, there we go. That's better. Yeah, so the first map is going to be Avalon Peak Hardpoint. For me, the church, again, like I said, church, cemetery, and then yeah, back there by the trench is quite important to keep those channels clean, and then just keeping someone in the hardpoint. So yeah, I think where for you is the best place to hide in the first hard point, either fountain, broken building, or
you literally just have to have one person staying there. So if somebody can just have an overwatch in both
houses.
The one building that
Yeah.
overlooks the two gunships there, and watch that passageway, because that's the main thing. And you've got a sniper that comes on over B-bomb.
Yes.
So as long as you can have someone that just chills in the middle of the hard point, just to hide and make sure that you get the points,
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the best place to be.
I love hiding there in the corner by a small piece of grass because you have nice vantage point on the nice cover, and then if someone does cover from the left hand side, that house, to the right hand side where that house is, you're quite secure and safe there. You just have to cover broken building, and then basically in front of you on the bottom floor.
Yeah,
So,
that hard point also, you can stand by that door, that entrance,
yes,
little door,
yes,
and you can wait for people that come out through that door,
yeah,
without even, like, you've got a nice overwatch of the passage and the sniper
yes,
overwatch, and you've got it back the door, so you can hear people walk up behind you.
yes. I think I see these days on Call of Duty and on Warzone, guys are now investing in headphones to hear footsteps. So
Yeah.
I think
I
guys
should
are.
have done this when the game came out, man.
I don't know. I'm too interested in running and shooting that guy. Yeah, and I'm not the biggest fan of Warzone in general, so I don't really listen to footsteps, to be quite honest. But yeah, like you
sound
said,
whoring is big.
yeah. So I do agree with you. If you stand by that small door, it is quite nice. Then you can basically where the guys are.
And the nice thing is, if they push through that door, if it's closed, you'll be still in cover.
Yes. And the nice thing is, I've seen if they do break through that door, basically they pop the door onto you. So shooting through the door just around the corner, you most probably will get the kill.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we're just waiting for them to. I think Link said they just the BOB is ready on their side. We're just waiting for Rocket Link's the captain of BOB to quickly.
They're all done.
Now they're all done. They're ready up. So yeah.
In that process, I'm going to quickly run and get a beer. I'll be right back.
100%. So yeah, guys, jumping into the first match, 3 seconds left. LLG versus BOB. Let's see what's going to play out. I think it's been quite interesting seeing how they move. I know LLG has been practicing this week. I'm sure BOB has been doing their homework as well, studying some other game footage. But yeah, so guys, I'm gonna give you a bit of an aerial overview. Let me know whatever you wanna let me go into. I like giving an aerial overview of especially hardpoint for the simple reason you can see how the guys move, where they're pushing, who's taking the hard point, and how things are running. At the moment we are in with BOB spawning on coalition side, if I have it correct, in with Envy, pushing straight up towards that first house, taking up covering positions there. LLG Rocket Link's pushing nicely to that side covering there. Hard point taken by BOB. Wayne Odin's giving nice support and cover there. Yeah, like we said, if you look at BOB, they two on the hard point basically. LLG struggling a bit to get into that hard point, but yeah, trying the other best. Let's go in with the MP4.
This is exactly what I'm saying. Where Envy is standing now, this is the best possible spot.
Yeah, that is the best possible place. I do agree. I'm in with Envy as well. Wayne Odin's taking him out there. 17 seconds. They need to move next hard point. BOB already being in the next hard point. LG is going to struggle taking that hard point over. But yeah, BOB working quite nicely, moving together. Guarabra pushing in by the hard point, but I think they moved a bit too late, a bit slow on the rotation, going to that second hard point.
You have to get it done quickly, because if you start at the bottom half of the spawns, and you go to the spawns as soon as possible, you've got to run and do it fast. Otherwise, you end up losing a lot.
Like we spoke earlier, BOB already pushing on 28 seconds to the next hard point, as you can see there if you look at Envy at number 1. Yeah, no one covering that cemetery at the moment over at LLG. Actually, sorry, my mistake, LLG is on the next hard point. Already putting cover in by the church, and then yeah, so LLG having that next hard point nice under control. But yeah, that second hard point quite difficult to control if the opposing team is spawning right at the back.
Yeah.
Let's go in with Mr. MPR 400S. LLG keeping this hard point quite nicely, having the cover set up quite perfectly. Taken out there. But yeah, what's your?
Like I said, you have one guy sitting on the point.
Yes, the rest running and gunning.
But nobody that don't know where he's sitting.
Okay? Yes.
And basically just having to look around before they can actually move.
You see the popping of that smoke, like I said.
That smoke helps you, especially in an open situation like this.
No. LLG overcommitting a bit there on the hard point.
There, they should have already rotated. Have two people, because the time runs out very good.
Yes. Next hard point being broken building. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, yeah, if you take all the hard points, you can work on more rotations and less time in the hard point. But if you move quick enough, you will automatically win the game. If you understand what I'm saying.
You had BOB having a perfect position already on the other half. Kind of let those points slide.
Yeah.
It's a good kind of input here. They kind of just dominate.
Yes. LLG pushing hard into that hard point. Shadow. If you're going with Shadow, where's Mr. Shadow? Quickly want to just check there. Shadow being gone. As you guys could.
BOB is working very, very well. But
yeah.
Very well. I can't see their score right now. So.
Score is 112 to 45. To 45. Leading, BOB leading.
Yeah, they're more working together.
Yeah.
But LLG is.
LLG pushing nicely into the next hard point. Taking that hard point well contested.
With this hard point, you have to have somebody that stands up top there.
Yes.
Overwatching, so that you got one guy on the left hand side, kind of watching the entrance from the little house, and you got one that's watching from the bomb A side. So, and then you have three people on the hard point.
No.
Kind of would be the best.
I think
LLG keeping that hard point really, really well.
Yeah, making up some good points there. I think it's gonna be a defining moment this next hard point. To be quite honest, whoever the next hard point goes to probably will take this match. Hoping LLG is pushing up hard, losing that hard point at first. Hope they're pushing up hard to the next one.
You see, BOB kind of gave up that hard point eventually.
Yes. In with Melo pushing hard to the next hard point, trying to secure that so they can get the spawn swap. That would help. Will help LLG quite nicely. BOB also basically in by the next hard point already,
Yeah,
trying to secure that. Now,
they did well.
tight match. LLG gaining nicely on points. Still in with Mr. Melo. Let's go over to a bit of Lynx, see what he's up to. Lynx covering the trench nicely, not trying to get himself seen.
Nice kill there for scope.
No.
Nice little jump shot.
New hard point, as you guys can see. You can see where.
Well, there was two five pieces, so
Yeah.
kind of just covering the back, making sure that no one comes in from the sneaky side.
BOB
Unlucky he gets taken down.
Yeah, BOB completely overcommitted on that next hard point. All of their players basically on that hard point. Melo pushing in from the back, trying to surprise them there to get control over that hard point. See how well that works for him. LLG taking that hard point quite nicely.
So you got LLG just completely destroying as they go on.
Yeah. But
like I said, with that spawn delay, you have to make sure that you kind of wing those rotations on nicely, so that you kind of cover and not have to sacrifice what 3 seconds it is.
Yes, basically Thunder in at the next hard point. Unique taking him out there. Let's go in with Guarabra taking clearing that hard point. Hard point contested at the moment. He's going with Mr. Wayne Odens. Let's have a look. Free cam, I think it's A if I was correct. Oh.
A nice little mid bass now.
Oh.
But LLG falling short once again.
Yeah, LLG struggling to keep that hard point. BOB in that hard point. As hard point works, 250 points. Whoever reaches 250 points first will then take the match. LLG touching 100 points there against 204 from BOB. BOB, I think LLG has already moved to Broken Building, if I was correct. No. LLG taking that next hard point quite nicely. Over the 100 mark. Hopefully LLG can keep it up.
Again, communication is key.
Yes, is very much key. Not just that, but they're just a little bit too slow. Melo going into the hard point, they're being taken out. The thing is, BOB, like we said earlier, I mean, BOB has 2 guys in the hard point, and they spread it out quite nicely around the hard point as well, taking them out as they spawn in that building.
Also, once you drop your trophy in there,
no trophies, sir.
For nades as well.
No trophies, sir. It's not CDL rules. South African league rules. So no trophies. But yeah, so I think that's also thanking BOB already being on that next hard point. And
flooding it already.
Yeah. So BOB taking this at 250
Good
to
job.
106. Well done to BOB. Thank you for the 11 viewers online. Really do appreciate you guys. Let us know what you want to see. We're rooting for, and I think they grouped up a little bit too much, being taken out by one guy. But yeah, I think well done to Mr. Envy for 21 kills, and Rocket League's top of his log there with 14. Next game, so basically how it works now is the point difference now is just under 100 basically. So the next game, LLG has to win with at least 200 points, only allowing the other team to score 50. Otherwise, the rollover, that's a tall
That's
ask.
gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's a tall ask. Otherwise, the rollover just becomes too much for the last game. But yeah, I believe in LLG. I think they'll be able to make it a tight game the next game. And BOB doing quite well. They're keeping their points nicely, making sure that they're covering all the entries and the exits. LLG falling a little bit short there in securing the hard point quick enough and rotating quick enough, according to me. What would you say?
I agree. But this is a hard point on Crash.
Yes.
So, and this is their choice. So, if they don't perform on this one and get that, like you say, 200 plus,
Yes.
then they might as well give up now.
Yes. No. 100%. I may be wrong with this them being their choice. I'm just saying if I'm wrong, sorry. But yeah, it was probably are their choice. Rocket Link's just asking there for a second. Thanks for the 12 viewers being online. Please like, follow, share, and comment. All the shares are appreciated. The follows are appreciated, and yeah, the likes always help. If you guys want to support the stream, there is a donation, a link there. You can send stars. Stars are finally live after quite a while, trying to get it up and running. But yeah, otherwise, just enjoy the game with us, and let's see how Crash plays out. Crash, I think again, depending, Allegiance does spawn on the basically by the second hard point. So if they can keep that first hard point and keep the spawn, they have quite a good chance to take that first 100 points basically for free.
Yeah, definitely. As long as you have the tight little squeeze there,
No.
making sure that you're in that hard point.
Yes.
If you don't cover your back, then somebody's gonna slip it.
Yeah, no,
Somebody's
very
gonna
true.
make it happen. And completely. Once those scores flip, then yes, it's game over.
One thing I know about Crash as well is hiding behind, just basically flat by the chopper does give you points as well. That is quite nice. So not allowing someone to get that close to the hard point to basically go lie flat on his stomach, they're making it difficult to take him out. I think it's quite a difficult one as well.
It is quite difficult because you can't shoot, you can't use your bullet penetration through that
Yes.
chopper. And if you don't know that someone's sitting there, you kind of give your position.
No.
It opens it up to even more problems.
No. Crash also, I think, having a nice vantage point from the hotel there that you can use to your advantage as well. Not the easiest advantage point, being so high up, and you need a proper gun to take guys effectively over if they're moving quick there, being one of the most important points in that hotel. But then I think one of the points that are very underrated is there where the pillars are. I don't know if you on your right hand side coming from Allegiance side there by the pillars and the center blocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah.
you see, you've got a vantage point there. Okay. Because it's easily accessible to any location on the map.
Yes.
Seeing as it's so central. But going back to your hotel spot, you got a sniper up there who doesn't really do his running around and making sure
No.
he's on the hard point. He's maintaining that overwatch.
Yes.
If you've got someone keeping an eye down at the bottom of the hotel, you can just take out people as they come around.
Yes.
But yeah, those pillars, they've gotten me a couple of times.
And the thing is, even if you can see from there where the counter is now, just to the right hand side, that fridge, a lot of guys hide behind that fridge as well. And as you come towards it, as you come towards the first hard point, they just chow you, and before you know, again they're gone. So yeah.
I've done that many.
Quickly have a look. Yeah, LLG securing that first hard point quite nicely. Rocket Link's pushing towards the hotel side. Warabra being in the hard point already. Rocket, BOB taking that hard point. BOB pushing very hard to get that spawn spot, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get that spawn flip very
Yes.
yeah.
They got that spawn flip, it looks like it. Already having someone in that hard point already.
Yeah, but BOB is kind of like hanging back. There's one guy sitting in the back there.
Yeah, just chilling there.
It's a lot of fun. Just kind of maintaining that spawn for yourself.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye for the next rotation.
Gonna have to clear that. Yes, well done to Mr. Wayne clearing that hard point. Hard point almost being active. First hard point being left alone, basically already a big fight by the second hard point. Seeing that third hard point is back at the chopper again. I think yeah, it's quite important to keep
BOB
it.
still got the spawns.
Yeah, BOB taking that hard point again. LLG spawning a bit far away at the moment. Melo pushing around, trying to get into that barber shop. Yeah, let's go in.
Now, look, if I was in their position, right?
Yes.
BOB's got that hard. Now, all we need to do is maintain that they don't leave spawn.
Yes.
Because we've got 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. It's a. I don't know. It's a difficult one. In with Thunder pushing through to. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. I've lost for words in terms of what should be done, what can be done. But I just know for a fact that LLG is gonna have to pick up the pace if they wanna stand a chance recovering from the second game.
This is already 80 to 16.
Yes. They're gonna have to keep the score down now.
They're gonna have to keep BOB pushing nicely there.
One thing I've learned this week as well. One thing I've learned this week as well is choice of guns based on the map you're playing. It's quite interesting as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like the M4. I can't complain with the M4 because I've been so good with it.
Yeah.
And I'm very versatile because I'm not a player as
No.
play objective.
The Thunder being
honest.
taken into. Yeah.
But you've got people that took with the MP5. And to be honest, what's that, the SMG, the RAM. The RAM
Yes.
is coming up really, really nice.
Yeah, no, that RAM is power. That RAM is power.
What's really, really underrated is that Bison. I would love to see that gun come back.
Yeah, look, that Bison, I think, as much as it's underrated, I like it, but yeah, I don't know. Clan Wars based, I think the M4A1 is the AR, and I think the MP7 and the next season, I think the ISO is going to play a big role, to be quite honest. And I think that Fennec is also going to play quite a big role, to be quite honest. I think the Fennec is going to bring in, yeah, on the next season, I think that Fennec, the Vector, is going to bring in a new dynamic in terms of securing a point and giving rapid fire in a hard point. I think there's going to be some insane kills.
Just for clearing a hard point.
Yes, basically, yeah. I mean, if you sliding in, taking a 60 round mag, spraying and spraying with a laser on that is allowed, you was probably gonna probably clear that hard point. Having the fast.
Who's to say that they don't nerf that MP5?
No, the Fennec, I mean, the Vector.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
So this is the most difficult hard point to kind of do.
Yeah, keep this one in the back, yeah.
Because you've got so many different angles that they can come through. But
yep.
Once again, they gotta kind of get the spawns flipped.
Yeah.
Have one guy run all the way to the back, kind of get ready for the
yeah, because now the next one is back at the chopper now again. And BOB, if you guys can see, already having someone, Evil Root, already on that next hard point. Rocket Link's trying to push through the hotel to get there. But yeah.
See, okay, so LLG, you've got Wayne Odin over here, just kind of covering. He's kind of, I think they flipped the spawns. I think they might have done it. No, Unique is going back.
Yes, Unique's pushing all the way back, yeah. MPRS 400 is going to have to give some proper cover fire there to go. There he's out. To keep that spawn. They flipped the spawn, BOB's flipped the spawn back. BOB doing quite nice flipping the spawns.
They're doing really well. I
Um,
must say, they're playing really well as a clan.
LLG being taken out there by Semtex in the smoke. BOB taking that hard point.
You see, what's also really interesting is that you've got on LLG, you've got 2 players that are going positive.
Yeah.
The rest are they're not doing much. Not that they're not bringing their weight, but I mean, you need to keep that support and build a good strong performance.
No,
At the
very
end of the
true.
day, you look at the opposition, and you've got double digits here. I mean,
Yeah, no,
you've
very
got,
true.
2 KDs. I mean, it's really interesting.
Yes. In with Envy, as you can see, overcommitting on that hard point, knowing that if they keep this hard point for the full 45 seconds, the game is theirs. The second one of the 3. So I think that's why they're overcommitting. Unique covering nicely there out of the. Wayne Odin trying to push up to his spot there on top, trying to cover. But yeah, LLG finding difficult rushing that hard point, taking the guys out, to be quite honest.
Because they're rushing one at a time.
Yeah.
There's no teamwork, and well, I wouldn't say there's no teamwork, but I mean it's lack of team play.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
I think especially also because they're spawning that far, it's difficult to clear it. But yes, I do agree. Pushing up together, maybe clearing the hard point if it's already taken. I think that's also something that people do not. Matthew Fortuin, BOB for the win. Yes, I think that's something that is not spoken about a lot. It's nice when you're in front to keep the hard point, but as soon as you're behind, what is your strategy to basically take that hard point over again? How do you do the offensive thing better, or yeah?
look, all I can say is that just don't lose your head.
Yeah.
You literally have to say to your team and sit back and think about how to outsmart your opponent. No, it's not about just rushing in there, because if you rush in there one at a time like LLG has been doing, then you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
But, to come together and say, okay, fine, 2 people rush this ball, 2 people rush that ball at the same time, that's a problem. Now you're making it more difficult for opposition.
LLG have to take that next hard point, only being one point from losing. Hopefully they can.
I think BOB's got that.
Yeah, they got it. Well done to BOB.
BOB.
Taking the next hard point. Lekker BOB. The general is proud. Blacked up. Yeah, the next game going to be very difficult. Going to have to either win it with a 250-0, clean sweep, or it could be a problem. Making up some points there, 123 against 250. But yeah, like I said earlier, I think the strategy you have when you need to take over a hard point after it's been taken, I think it's quite different as well. I think how to run an offensive is also different. I think as soon as you have to start running an offensive, you need to start considering not spreading your guys out, maybe rushing the hard point. All 6 guys take it over and see if you can keep it then. Based on the pure fact that the guys will pray and spray, and whoever is in last to the door can maybe pick them off. But yeah, it's difficult.
So, with regards to that, yes, okay, fine, you're rushing all your players at the same time.
Can I quickly invite you again?
Yeah, I got an invite. No, I didn't.
Can you join on me?
Yeah, I got on, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
You're rushing the hard point with 5 guys. 3 guys die. You take the hard point.
Yeah.
Now you got to make sure that you cover it. So
Yes.
you hope that your top players keep that point secure.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, that's
Just go over to Codcaster quickly there.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, especially here with this next match. No problem. Thank you. I enjoy the streaming. I really do. I think especially with this next map, that first hard point again. You need to flip the spawn. You need someone to go through waterway, push up all the way basically to the next hard point, and if you can spare that guy, let him basically just chill there to secure that
Yeah.
spawn and basically that spawn flip. Otherwise, it's difficult. And rushing these hard points coming up now, I mean, if you look at Hazmat Restaurant, Pool Hall, there's a lot of spaces to hide. There's a lot of spaces to grab cover, and it's difficult to take it over. So being in first, I think is gonna be key.
Yeah, those windows are detrimental.
Yeah, no, very true.
There's always someone standing in the window.
Yeah, that and especially that what do you call it, that train station there in the middle. The train station on your there by the pool hall.
Oh yeah.
Now you can cover two entrances basically. You can cover the waterway and you can cover the trains from there. If you have two guys up there, it's quite difficult to get into some of the hard points. It's going to be very interesting to see how LLG treats this next match. Hopefully it's a clean sweep for them, so it can either be a draw or even Stevens, or we'll see. BOB I think is going to do the same they've done now, spread out, push two guys in and just continue doing what they're doing.
Well, let's hope and pray they can perform now, LLG.
Yeah, I think
Because they need a whitewash here.
no, they do need one.
They're not gonna
No. The that's why I also said the map choices for me regarding watch out for scope hunter. Jack Willie vir ek sal 'n bietjie op hom so 'n bietjie check. Ek sal 'n bietjie ingaan vir hom. Ek sal 'n bietjie ingaan op hom vir jou. Yeah, I think yeah the map choices for me, I don't know, the maps I would choose if I had to choose three maps would be Azir's Caves, most probably Hackney Yard and Gunrunner, seeing that that is the three maps that gets thrown out the most, the multiplayer as well, most probably.
Yeah, you know what? Azir Cave is one of the most underrated maps because that, let's say for example you're playing normal mode. You've got kill streaks coming. That's probably 70% of the map is covered.
Yes.
So you lose all those kill streaks.
Basically, yes.
But
And
if you're playing CDL, I mean, you've got a very widespread point. You've got a very widespread SMB. You've got headquarters, which is all over.
yes, very true.
It's a really nice map to play.
No, I do agree. I think that
everybody hates it.
I think the only game mode that is not that nice with that map is most probably domination. Seeing that point B is such a bottleneck to basically take that flag. At least there's no hard point on point B, but that back entrance of the cave is quite open if you play hard point there to do anything. But yeah, we're in with the last map. LLG versus BOB. Let's see who pulls it off, what's going on, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, you were saying sudden death?
LLG's got a bit of a hard time because they are currently...
Yeah, they're spawning on the different side of the map. They're gonna have to push very hard for that. Look at Scope Hunter. He's pushing right through, trying, I think, to most probably go and hide in that hazmat building. I'll give you aerial view quickly. You guys will be able to see BOB in that hard point. Wayne Odin's covering there from the window on top. Scope Hunter coming in from the back. As you can see, they're doing quite well, flanking around, playing with a pistol there. They're doing quite nice flanking around from the back, controlling the hard point from the back and the front. What would you say, Sunday?
Yeah, it's obviously it's a big thing to cover your ass, but
Well,
but to be able to maintain your spawns is key. I'm having difficulty with my bearings here. It's just bad.
no, it's fine. I understand.
It's actually very, very good to make sure that you don't get
Yeah.
every single map. You don't want to end up on the receiving end of a knife kill.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Related to that. You don't want to do that. So if you've got 3 people covering back while you are capturing the hot point,
Yeah.
it's always good, and you maintain your spots.
Yeah.
So I think that BOB did really, really well to maintain that.
Maintain their spawns,
Possession.
and, you know.
And, yeah. So I think they're gonna win this game.
Well, if you look at
They
points,
actually already won. They found
yeah, look at points, yeah, they've taken it. Basically, LLG still contesting that hard point. BOB taking that hard point over. BOB doing quite well holistically in terms of covering every point of the map. If we just look here quickly at LLG, we have one guy on the hard point, Wayne Odin's covering the waterway side, Thunder pushing up towards trains.
yeah, but you got Unique that is really doing well.
Yeah, Unique is doing quite well. Going into Scope Hunter, as asked earlier, Scope Hunter running a MP5, already not really, well, wasn't really in contact, got floored there, but already pushing basically through hazmat, clearing quite nicely. LLG struggling to keep that hard point. But yeah, otherwise, LLG trying their best. LLG getting a little bit spawn trapped there at the back by BOB.
Yeah, that's one of the irritations that you have, especially if you have that third hard point. You end up having a nice spawn flip, but what happens? Now they've got to trek 5 miles to actually get to the next one.
Melo being in the hard point, LLG taking that one, yeah. But again, Melo being alone there, no backup, no support, struggling to keep that by himself.
But once again, if you look at the times, you've got Envy doing 1.5 minutes over there.
Yes.
I mean, he's just basically covering that hard point left, right, and center.
Yes.
He doesn't have kills, but he's there just to,
to
maintain the points.
Yes, but the things that I've seen of Envy as well is before the timer even hits 25 seconds, he's moved already.
Yeah. But that's what you need. You need those players that keep on rotating.
Top time.
This is COD League.
Yeah.
COD League is not about kills.
No, 100%. It's about points, huh? Very true. If you look at restaurants at the moment, and if you look at the times LLG has spent in the hard point, the longest someone has spent in the hard point is 7 seconds or 8 seconds. What up?
8 seconds.
Yeah. Being the defining.
Bottom of the lobby.
Yeah. Being the defining factor of, I think they lost today. It not being enough in the hard point, they I think struggling to push up to the hard point quick enough and then securing it with enough backup. But as you see again, MPR4 being alone there basically again, but Unique having backup there from Envy, Villikant and Scope Hunter running around there at the back, just slaying basically.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need someone that's going to slay out.
Yeah.
And Villikant has been doing the right thing.
Well.
And once again, like you say, you were asking about weapons and which guns would do well. The M4 is not like disappointed. It's always been, it's as many times as they've nerfed it.
Yeah.
It still comes out as a top gun in
Look, personally,
game.
I don't know. I like the M13 more. To be, I don't know, against the M13.
Well, to be honest, everybody likes the M13 as well. And
not above the
every
M.
gun.
No.
Every gun is good in their own sense.
Very true.
But I mean, you wouldn't catch me running in a Finesse, even though it's good.
Yeah.
But But yeah, definitely BOB running away with this 217 to 226,
No.
27. They're killing. They slaughter.
Thunder trying to push in there to the hard point, taking out Unique, taking over that hard point. Hopefully they can keep this hard point for quite a while. Oh, being taken out there. Scope Hunter running there on a 3 killing spree. Let's go in with him. Died back in again. But yeah, I think next season is going to be a new season. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what's happening. Going to enjoy next season. Hopefully I'll play a few games there as well and stream a few of the big matches. But yeah, sad day for LLG struggling a bit to secure a victory here. But BOB doing their utter best.
I just think that they were outplayed.
I envy as a she. Sorry, my apologies. I did not know that.
That envy is a she.
Yes. Well done to her then. Doing very well.
I appreciate that. Like, look, I really appreciate it, but I'm not the kind of I don't want to be.
Having the longest time. I mean, if you look at a COD League game, having 2 minutes 40 seconds in a hard point, it's quite astonishing to be quite honest. She, yes, she's doing pretty well for her team. Yeah, well.
She's a camper.
In
this game mode, camping works.
Camping works. Well done to BOB securing that third win. Yeah, well done. That would be the end of these 3 matches. All 3 games just taking over an hour and 8 minutes to complete. Well done to BOB.
Isn't that how you guys felt?
Yeah, 100%.
When you played against us?
Yes, we felt really bad. not fun. It was not a fun time. Envy sitting there with most time in the hard point. Well done. Wayne Odin sitting there with Thunder sitting there with the most time in the hard point. Yeah. Well done to both teams. I'm just quickly going to ask the captains maybe to come through. For quick to say hi and what they think their what should we call it, their flaws and successes was. But I think the most important thing was for me was BOB being able to push to the hard point as quick as possible. And I think the fall down of LLG was maybe just struggling to get where they should be in time and with urgency and securing that hard point with enough backup.
Yeah, that like I say, going back to the spawn delay, that is a huge factor. And if you don't work together and make sure that
Mr. Sudden Death, quickly go over to Game Sound and just deactivate what should we call it? Yeah, just deactivate the Discord.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Twakkie, wat sê jy? Okay,
Ja, ek het iemand het gesê ek moet terug gaan Podcaster toe.
Nee. Ek het net so gevra. Mr. Evil Root, hoe gaan dit?
Kan jy klaar self?
Well done met julle wen. Ek is baie bly julle het deurgetrek. Wat sê julle sê as julle wat is julle key to success geweest vir die drie matches?
Well, I think just good communication between the players and the call-outs, and all the guys were on point with it, and then they just did a very fine job to push the hard points.
Yeah, and from the aerial view, you could see you guys was running quite nicely into the hard point and putting up supports around the hard point as well, making it very difficult for LLG to get into the hard point.
Sorry, you're just breaking up a bit there.
Sorry, I said you guys did quite well pushing into the hard point and then picking them off as they go to the hard point. Well done for that.
Yes. All the rotations and call-outs were key points there for all the guys, and I think they did well. They did more the job that I had to do, so they did very well. They did good.
Well, thank you. Mr. Lynx, how are you? Sorry for the loss there. What do you think was detrimental to you guys in this match?
they just played better. That's all I can say. We've done everything the way we were supposed to. We ran our, the spots we're supposed to be at.
Yes.
They just, it's like they knew where we're gonna be. That's all.
Yeah, I think what you guys did well is you guys did push in quite nicely into the hard points when you did get the opportunity. But yeah, BOB getting the upper hand tonight. But well done to you guys as well, and I hope to see you guys next season again.
Thanks Reaper, thanks Links, was fun,
Well played.
was like it. Thanks.
Reaper,
You guys,
Reaper, interesting side note. The
Yes.
previous match, the domination match against Bob versus LLG.
Yes.
I think the total night was 3 points difference between the two.
Yeah, I can
teams.
remember
Total.
me and you spoke about it. They still
Yeah,
they
that
still
was
played us.
insane. I did
Yeah.
not expect like a 3-map win tonight. I thought it was going to be much closer again.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, same here. But also, like I said, they just played a better game. We did practice, but not the way we're supposed to. We normally we practice about 4 to 5 days a week.
yeah.
This past week with the load shedding and all that stuff,
No.
guys that can't make it, and then you have to sub in people that's just to run with you so that you can run your spot you're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
You did also
And then you have to fill in your other players when they come in. So it makes a bit of a difference. Practice, definitely you have to keep at least 3 to 4 days a week,
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours.
Yeah,
Definitely have to do
You
that.
did have to face quite a strong team, both sides. But also, just to let you know that you struggled on some of the hardest maps. So, kudos to you guys.
No, definitely.
thanks Dave, thanks Dave.
But guys, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to stream it. I hope you guys enjoy the night, and I see you guys in Publix a bit later.
Thank you guys for all
Cheers,
your
guys.
effort as well.
No, always a
Thank you very
pleasure.
much. Thanks for the host. Thanks for podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks guys.
No problem.
Have a wonderful night.
Thanks.
Yes.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mr.